Hello there, welcome to Ataik Farming in the Philippines. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, ding-a-ling ding dong the bell. Beautiful sky this morning, sunny morning, going to be another warm one no doubt. With 4 men on site, we'll be back to pouring the fence panels, pouring the posts, shuttering up the other 2 posts, pouring them, and then the girders Soy is making his one to finish off. I'll be going on top of them in due course. We killed the pig yesterday. That was a success. It's all sold apart from 1.5 rumps, so probably 10 to 15 kilos was all what wasn't sold. There's one order in today for a rib of 8 to 10 kilos, which is from the pig the week before. So yeah, we've done well with that pig. We got rid of a full pig virtually. We have about 8 to 12 kilos of that, which isn't paid for until Saturday. That's a gamble, but I think I'm down to 4 pigs which need processing this next week, 2 weeks. So we're more on top of it now. A week on Saturday we'll kill a pig hopefully for our freezer. But we may kill a pig early again next Thursday and repeat the process. We know 2 pigs being killed tomorrow and one being killed on Sunday. So we've certainly got in front of the competition. So I'll leave this video there and I'll do 2 or 3 throughout the day as usual. So the pigs are fed, cleaned out, and we had 2 pigs in this pen. I moved them down that end into the gestation crates to get them out of the way. Those are 2 pigs who will be processed over the next couple of weeks. So the reason that I wanted these pens empty, now if you've been watching these videos a while, we set these floors in and there was a debate whether smooth floors or rough floors. Smooth floors had the advantage of easier to clean, less microspaces for bacteria or whatever to build up, and I went for smooth floors. I was advised by Soy that it weren't a good idea in his opinion, and there was advised similarly by comments. But I went with smooth floors, and I realised that there's not the grip on a smooth floor, so we tried to mitigate that by when we sealed the floors by putting aluminium oxide in with the sealer to give the pigs grip, and that did work for a few weeks, 2 months or whatever. So we're in a position now really should be renewed if you went with aluminium oxide, and it should be renewed every 2 months, 3 months maximum. But it's important to admit mistakes, especially if you're on YouTube, so other people can get your thoughts and make their own decisions of what they might do. Now, smooth floors, in my opinion, now with hindsight, was a mistake. We should have gone to a brushed concrete. Yes, there's holes for bacteria to build up, but we've had cysts on 3 or 4 pigs at the back end, which I put down to them slipping and straining the muscle or whatever in the back leg. So it's a problem. So the first step is to admit that problem, and then the second step is to rectify it. We're not quite sure how we'll rectify it at the moment, but we've got the pens empty to start after the fence is done, and we've got some spare time for 2 men, Win and Ramil. We'll figure out what we're going to do. Now we can chip it and make it rough with the existing concrete. It's been suggested we skim it off again. I'm not so sure personally about skimming it off again, because over time it'll break up and chip away. So what I'm thinking, but I haven't talked to them about it yet, whether it's possible, is to drill holes in the floor and hammer in some rebar, and then once you've got them little posts set where you want them, weld some rebar on top of them little posts you've hammered in, and then skim it off. I don't know, maybe raise the floor level by 1 inch, maybe 1.5 inches, depending on what they say and how they advise me. But that's what I have in mind. But it definitely needs sorting out. So we'll do these 2 pens, move pigs across, and then do another 2 pens. Now you see, young pigs like these, they're okay. They've no problem standing on this floor, walking around and running around. But when they get to 60 kilos, that's when they start having problems slipping. Of course, young animals are more agile than older animals. So it's a problem, it's a mistake we made, or a mistake I've made, and now we need to rectify it. So I'll leave this video there, and I'll make another one in due course. The shuttering's coming off. It's been raised, the post, and that's to the full height. It's 20 to 1, so we're still on lunch hour. We'll go and have a look what we've done this morning. So with 2 panels poured, excuse me coughing, I've just thought I've got the mic on my lapel, so it'll be sounding quite loud on the video, I would think. So 2 panels poured, and down here we've got the shuttering off the bottom 2 posts. That's the full height of the posts now, and the shuttering's on these 2 posts. I'm not sure whether these have been poured or not. I think they have actually. Maybe still yet to be poured. But I've had a change of plan down here. I talked to Soy about it. The idea was that was the chicken shed, and then against this fence I was going to put 3 storerooms, 10 foot by 10, that sort of thing, with roller doors at the front, which would bring us to here, and we haven't a great deal of area left, and we'd have little more than a walkway in between. Now, I talked to Sawyer this morning, and the roof is going to slope from these posts back to the other posts. So then it occurred to me that instead of building 3 small storerooms, if we put another post here and another post there, and build the 1 shed, that half for chickens, and this half can accommodate the storerooms and anything else we want. And instead of a shed roof sloping that way, we'll have an apex roof. And I discussed it with Soy, and Soy concurred it was probably the best way to do it. So that's what we're going to do. We've got 1 beam made up there and 2 beams more or less made up there. So we'll be going for 4 beams, and I think the shed roof will be like that one. It'll be vented, which is a good idea for chickens. As much ventilation as we can get. And initially I'll put some cages in there for eggs, and then 1 half will be for meat birds, and if we buy them from chicks they'll be in the shed full time for a number of weeks before we let them out. So we'll maybe need a couple of fans as well, definitely for the cage birds, I would imagine. Oops. I'm treading on the tomatoes. Yeah, so we're changing plans a little bit. It's developing. I think it's a good way to go. So we'll leave this video there, and I'll do another one this evening, and see how far we get at the end of the day. It's 5 o'clock. The last of the workmen have just left, Gwyn, so I'll do a closing video. It's cooling down now, it's starting to get very pleasant. I just love the evenings here. Not so much the height of the day, 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock. All fed and cleaned out. We may be butchering a pig again tomorrow. Fingers crossed, it's yet to be confirmed. We've sold, or hopefully sold, a pig to a sari store down the now. And all being well, we'll be butchering that in the morning, and it'll be on the back of the ute and being delivered before lunchtime, if all goes according to plan. So we've poured the last of the 2 posts which are being heightened, so the shuttering will come off them tomorrow. And we've got 1 girder across the bottom 2 posts. There's another girder finished which will go across these 2 posts when the shuttering comes off, and the 3rd girder is halfway made. We're digging the holes for the next 2 posts. One's done and one's in the process. So we'll come off these posts. So the storage sheds are going to be about 12 foot in length. By about 14 feet wide. So we're going to have 2 sheds, 12 foot by 7 foot, give or take, a bit wider at that end, which will be sufficient now, because there's no beam in the middle. So I'll put a feed store in, a small tool store, and the biggest one will be for a walk-in freezer. The dog's finishing off digging the hole, look. Yeah, you can keep at that. We might have a hole dug by morning. These 2 panels are poured. The shuttering can come off tomorrow or whenever. So that's the fence finished as such. So we'll get some netting across the top of that fence and across the fence on the roadway, with the stray dog in here last night again. We've got bits of plywood and iron matting across the front on the first 2 panels. That's where the seat is outside, but they're managing to get over now on the 3rd panel. So we'll stop that if we can. So I'll leave this video there. Oh, before I do, we've sold a good bit of pork in the shop today. How much pork you sold today?
10 kilos and 2 trotters.
So 11 kilos?
No, 12.
12 kilos?
Oh.
Right. So that's better than it has been for pork sales.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And I forgot to say down the piggery, if this pig with butchering tomorrow is sold, it's yet to be confirmed, we're getting 180 pesos a kilo for it. So the price of pork is starting to rise, because last week it was 120 pesos a kilo.
Yeah, but don't forget, we're selling it to a different market.
Yeah.
Compared to the other one which we ask down the market. The one in Danao, they accept 100 peso live weight.
Yeah, at the slaughterhouse.
Yeah, at the slaughterhouse.
And they sell it for 120.
No. They retail in there not in the market. It's 260.
260?
They selling.
On the market?
Oh. Not on the market. It's a stall which sells some.
The stall is buying for 260.
No, they're selling it for 260. That's the retail for the meat.
Right.
Mm.
So what they're buying it for from the slaughterhouse?
I don't know.
You don't
They
know?
just said that the slaughterhouse there in Danao was buying 400 peso a kilo.
Yeah. So we're selling to this Sari store 180 pesos a kilo.
Yeah,
So
that's somewhere in before Danao.
yeah, if we sold to the slaughterhouse in Danao
100 peso.
100 pesos a kilo, we'd lose money on that.
Yeah. If
So-
your pig was 100 kilos, you'll just receive 10,000 pesos.
Yeah. So hopefully this sale goes through and we'll get the 180 pesos for this
Yeah,
one
hopefully.
pig.
And then the following day, he wanted one again, so we can kill another one.
Yeah.
Then
What,
we can,
the following week or the following day?
the following day, maybe, hopefully,
Right.
if his sale was good.
Yeah. So hopefully it's a nice lean pig and they'll be happy with it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll leave this video there and we'll do another one tomorrow.